Tuesday the 21st of January 2025. The US session has just opened. I do have some trades open that I've opened since the morning session. One of them is a long on gold here, which is just a price action trend continuation. We have been in an uptrend, and we retested this area here and bounced back right above previous day high. This is really strong, so I felt like a long position was more than warranted. I treated it more like a scalp entry with a very short stop of $25. And I am targeting the upper side of this channel, so I will actually let it run and expecting it to break above here. The trades that I left open from the EU session didn't work out, sadly. It does feel like every time I add to a trade in profit, price just reverses. Of course, I am also moving the stop losses up when I do this, so we would still be in the original trade had I not done that, but yeah, that's what happened there. And I'm still in the trade that I got triggered in based off the 12 o'clock 30-minute candle. That's 12 o'clock GMT +2. So it's this candle right here. Still haven't been stopped. We were a bit in profit. I am aiming for an ambitious target here. Let's see if we can reach that. There will be no more trades in the UK index today. But we do have a few trades planned out for the other indices. So we will be looking at the second 5-minute bar in the Dow, the first 15-minute bar in the Nasdaq, the second 15-minute bar in gold, and second 15-minute bar in the DAX, and then finally the fourth 15-minute bar in the SPX. I will be placing orders above and below those bars when they complete and follow price wherever it goes. Here in the Nasdaq, I basically shorted this double top in the London session, looking at supply here, which seems to be quite strong and was strong for the Dow as well. So I was expecting basically a similar drop to this, and I am risking $25 to make 55, so it's a bit over 2-to-1 R&R if it hits. We weren't that far off. Let's hope for just another push lower here and that'll be fine. But I am treating this basically as a scalp. I don't intend to keep it for long, and I do expect either hit TP or the stop before the first 15-minute bar completes. Nice to see the UK 100 reverse again here, but let's see if it has legs. And in gold, I was actually considering adding here, but then I'm thinking that I'm already preparing the second 15-minute bar as an entry, so maybe I'll just wait for that and see where we are. And in the Dow, I need to switch to the 5-minute time frame. We just completed the first 5-minute bar. I will wait for the completion of the second 5-minute bar and place orders above and below it, so I will bring you back for that. And we just hit TP here in the Nasdaq, so that was a nice little trade before the session started, completed during the session. Waiting now for the completion of the second 5-minute bar. We are still 2.5 minutes away. It's currently about a 40-point bar, so we could go bigger, but I'm gonna keep the sizing, I think, unless this bar grows too big, but let's see. I'll bring you back then. And here's the live PNL, also showing you this TP here. I didn't plan to place it and hold it anywhere below this, to be honest, as we are in an uptrend generally, and with the new US president inaugurated yesterday, I believe the markets are quite bullish for the next few weeks at least, so I don't really want to get caught in too big of a short position. Now, if my mechanical entry takes me short, then that's a different discussion. I will of course take that entry. It's a 90-point bar so far, so we will go lower for the first 15-minute bar as well, but we'll see. We're almost to the point where the second 5-minute bar completes here. I'm just gonna place my orders about 5 to 6 points of cushion, 18 seconds away. So yeah, we'll look towards a fill here. Generally with this entry, I don't want to hold it for too long. I want to hold it for like 20 to 30 minutes maximum. And I'm going to be targeting between 60 to 100 points on it, which is what I usually make on it. Let's see where we get the fill here. It's probably going to be long, yes. So we are triggered long. Let me go back to the 5-minute to place the stop at the appropriate point. So it's this, risking $34. So it's not the biggest volume, but on this entry specifically, I don't mind at all. It's a bit of a more tricky entry. So let me just adjust this. I am looking for, okay, 83 points right below previous day high, I think is a reasonable target. It's well within what I've made on this entry in the past and what I average on it when I'm making profit on it. Very good entry. It has been lately. So let's hope that it works today. We have to clear this wick here. And Nasdaq has actually went below the low of London session. This to me actually is a buy setup here, but it's not one that I've researched lately a lot. So just to perhaps not miss out if I am right, I'm just gonna place a buy order here, maybe a bit lower, and it will be with a very tight stop loss of maybe close to previous day low. We will see, but I do want to try this one. Also, the reason why is because we have exceeded 100 points on the bar, and I don't really want to take it when it's well above 100 points. And it is like 130 points, so I would much rather be a buyer here if we do get here. Now, of course, we might not, because we just rated the lows, like I said, and we might just push up from here, which is fine if that happens. But I just didn't want to manually enter here. I generally try to avoid manual entries because I think it's a lot of the times a bit impulsive, and I don't want to learn to make impulsive entries. So I would rather just place an order where other people might place their stops. So trying to think like a hedge fund here a bit, like a market maker. Where would people place their stop loss If they're already long here, well, they would place them here for sure. Now, if we don't revisit that, just because people already had placed stop losses right below London session and we stopped them out and we have enough liquidity, then that's fine as well. This wasn't a planned entry, so I'm okay with not taking it. We're in some decent profit here in gold, and we're breaking out. Hopefully this doesn't now retrace to form a fake breakdown, because I do believe there's a good chance we reach this spot either today or tomorrow. So that's a nice breakout so far. Notice that I was very close to being stopped out. This was the original stop loss as well. I never adjusted the stop loss. So I meant this entry as a very tight one, just because we tried to retest previous day high and we didn't even touch it. So it felt like there was very strong demand here that was serious about pushing upwards. So that's why I tried this position with such a small stop loss. I got a bit lucky not to get stopped out for sure, but as usual, I believe luck evens out. As you've seen in the morning, we just got stopped out. For example, in the DAX here, of 2 positions, we got stopped out to the tick here. You can see it here. And then shot back up, so these would have been in profit with a bit more luck. So sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not, and hopefully we hit TP here. Okay, I'm just going to manually close that because this does have a tendency to hard reverse. Yeah, we would have hit it, but I prefer to just close it there because we were well within the average of what I make per win there. And yeah, no point in risking a hard reversal there because it does happen a lot with this entry. So okay, I think because we haven't really shot back up here, I'm considering deleting this order. I think I'll do that. I think if we go below this now, it shows a lot of weakness. It invalidates this raid of the lows here. Okay, so the Dow is pushing further up, that's fine. We got our points. It's looking likely like it's not going to happen for us in the UK 100. That's unfortunate, but not much we can do. And the Nasdaq is pushing up. yeah, I was considering doing something here, but I'll just keep watching and bring you back when we have something. I do have this area marked here that I've marked it since last week, I think, where you would expect the Dow to retrace a bit, considering we lost this trend line, but with the new administration in, I can't say I'm as sure that it will sell here, but I'll keep this marked out here, and we'll see. And we are pushing down below previous day high here, so I was considering basically shorting the Dow, but yeah, I think it was a bit risky of me to do it. I'm happy to watch gold rally here. Should have probably added here, but yeah, I was focusing on too many things at the same time, which can happen. 10 minutes until the second 15-minute candle is complete, and I'll have a setup for the DAX and a setup for gold. We'll see if I decide to add to gold still. So I have 150 something in profit here in gold. My target is at 172. I think taking half off here is appropriate. We're like 7 points off of the target, so I'm gonna be a bit sensible here. As I say, this price is going down, the profit is going down, but that's fine. This has been quite a strong follow through, and I'm thinking that a proper retrace might happen, but now I'm thinking, should I add to this? What do you think about that? The hourly still looks pretty nice. And I do think it's very likely we hit this, but with how it's been going lately with my add-ons, it just feels a bit... Yeah, I'll be sensible and just remove half here. We'll let the rest run. If we stumble around, I might just close it. And if we go below the low of this bar, I might just stop it. So this would be a stop here for the second 15-minute bar, which is one of my triggers for this session. That would mean a long above this bar. I don't know if that's appropriate, but I do have an entry in the DAX here, or well, a setup for the DAX here, not quite an entry yet. Buy above and sell below. Yeah. This is actually very close to another long in gold here, but I've just removed half, so should I take that entry? I mean, let me just look at my spreadsheet for a second here. Generally, I can expect 7 to 8 points made in this entry. So that would be close to my original TP. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it because it's a planned entry. And we need to take our planned entries. So let me just... Yeah, we got filled. Going there. So now we actually have added to gold technically. Placing stop below. The stop is actually bigger than I want it to be. It's risking 6%. So I will take something off here. Like that. And now I'm risking 5%. Now this is of course aggressive. It goes a bit against me taking something off earlier, but at the same time, this is planned strategy and I need to take them all because they're super profitable in the long term. And me not taking it would be a disservice. Regardless of what happens, even if I give money back here, it's fine. So let's hope we finally get rewarded for an add-on here. It just doesn't like to happen lately, but I assure you it's going to happen a lot of times. Second 15-minute bar in the Dow is over 100 points, but that's fine for this particular entry. Although the stop is always going to be 100 points maximum. So if we go below this, I will be short. That's placed to perfection. I'll be short with a stop of 100 points. I will be targeting close to the lows of the London session. I don't think we'll escape getting stopped out of the UK index trade, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's fine. Happens. So with that in mind, I'll wait for a fill here and let these play out. And we didn't get stopped out in the UK trade, unfortunate, but all part of the plan, and we executed it well. Stayed patient. Was in profit for a long time, but was like $30 profit maximum. It's not enough to close. And we're probably going to get a fill here. This is why I was considering a short here, but it wasn't a strong enough setup for me that really it just didn't give me enough confidence. The fact that it would have worked doesn't really mean much. Obviously, we don't use insight to judge our entries. So let's see, we'll wait for a fill. Of note here, we did go below here, so I would have gotten filled into long. But I'm fine with deleting that order for the reasons that I previously explained. Although I do think that this goes up from here. It's fine. And we haven't been filled short here so far. Also keeping an eye on the SPX, we will enter off the fourth 15-minute bar which hasn't started to form yet, so we're still a bit way off. I'd like to see gold just shoot up here, because we do need to win one of these add-ons already, because it's been a bit unlucky with them, to be honest. I was considering doing it earlier, but then market opened and I was caught explaining everything and kind of missed it. And I'm glad that I didn't take the trigger short here for reasons I explained. Too big of a bar. Also, it's an area of clear demand here. So, my opinion would be lower chance of that working. Yeah, I'll bring you back when there's something of note. Oh, forgot to add the long order above the second 15-minute bar in the Dow, so I did that here. We will be following this long trigger if it fills, of course. Did get filled short in the Dow here, and targeting 100 points, which is going to be 1-to-1 R&R, but that's perfectly fine. And the Nasdaq has made a lower low, so as I said, this is why I actually deleted this order here. Because yeah, we went below and we're pushing back up again, but just because we went below the low of the first bar, the bar that rated the lows of London session and then retraced, if this doesn't hold, usually means the market is weak. So I don't really want that order anymore, even though it was looking good for a while there. If you turn to the 5-minute here, you can see it. So this was the initial low, retraced. Of course, if you took this as a scalp, then that's fine. But when we made this lower low here, I am very skeptical. So I deleted the buy order, and that was nice. Now will I buy in here? Probably not. Again, it's not a planned entry here, although buying at previous day low is kind of worthy of a shot here, I think. So I am placing an order here and gonna go like 100 points max with a stop loss. I do think there's some people who are going to have stops here as well, so we might just touch this and get filled in. Again, bit of a speculative entry, but I think there's value in buying a previous day low here. This reaction in the Dow isn't the greatest. We tried to go back into London session and we are rejecting now. Actually, I placed this a bit too high. Close to getting filled here. It would suck if we just miss out here, but that can happen sometimes. Gold just filled me long on the mechanical entry off the second 15-minute bar, and now it's retracing, so it just feels like every time I add, I just get punished for it. That's a bit unfair, because this is what you're supposed to do, is add to winning trades, and when the move continues, you're going to profit, but I just seem to not be able to do it in a strong enough move. Lately at least, and this is really unfortunate here. Again, a lot lately I'm either getting stopped out at the tick or missing fills or TPs at the tick. That's really annoying because we did touch the order entry, but because of the spread we didn't get filled, so we are not long the Nasdaq even though our order price was touched. And now of course you have to wonder again, if we go below it again, is it still appropriate to buy? And I think not, so we kind of missed our shot there. That was it. And sadly the Dow is doing exactly what you didn't want it to do. But yeah, nothing we can do about that. We followed our plan. We'll keep observing price action and hopefully gold resumes its uptrend. And we're still waiting for a fill in the DAX. Little update here, still no fill in the DAX, although I think we're close. And we just shot back up here in the Nasdaq off the previous day low. It's really unfortunate that we missed that fill by just a few ticks. Would be like 70 points of profit here. But yeah, that happens sometimes. Just gotta keep doing our thing. Gold is a bit undecided here, but I do think that it's reasonable to expect the uptrend to continue. Hopefully that is the case. And the Dow is not looking great, but there you go. We would be hitting TP here in Nasdaq right now, but yeah, it's wrong of me to think like that, actually. It's just a missed fill, it happens. Better just focus on the fourth 15-minute bar in SPX here. It's gonna be a 15-point bar, most likely, but let's see, there's 8 minutes to go. And I'll bring you back when we have something interesting happen here. We're close to completing the fourth 15-minute bar. It's gotten a bit bigger than I would have liked, but not much. It's like a 18-point bar, sorry. That would mean something like this as a size. I've placed a sell order in the Nasdaq here. I do think that we will see some more weakness now in the Nasdaq if we go just above this wick. Also taking the fib in account here a bit. So we're just above 50% retrace of the move, but if we get to this area here, I think there's actually quite a good chance we keep selling at the 72. It correlates perfectly, so there could be an argument for a sell here as well at the 50%, but I'll go for the higher probability move, which I think is this. Gold is not looking great, and DAX has not filled this yet. I am taking the fill in SPX here. Let's see, it's not the greatest fills again, just filled me on spread. But let's see, we're gonna get stopped in the Dow here, most likely. Unfortunate, but yeah, we followed our plan. There will be days when everything works, and those days will be quite huge, so we're a bit in a run of days where we get a bit unlucky, plus we get the shorter end of the stick where the entry doesn't work, or you just get stopped out. Even in the UK 100 that looks a bit unlucky now, not to mention the DAX this morning. Just getting clipped, so there will be days when almost everything works, and those days will be highly profitable and we'll make back a lot of the more difficult days, so it's all part of a long-term plan, of course. I do hate when we get filled on the spread and we just don't even return to that point, or don't even actually touch it with the price action. But let's see. If this is strong, I might reconsider the sell here. Considering it's not really part of our original plan, so I might just delete that and hold off for the SPX here to give it a chance to actually work in our favor. I think the stop is fine here, just above this area. It's about a 1-to-1 again. So let's just give it an actual chance. And we'll see. That was retracing again. It's kind of rejecting previous day high once more, so you would think that it could accelerate here. But let's see. I'll bring you back. Got stopped out in the Dow. Hopefully this means that the other indices go long as well, because we just got filled in the DAX as well, so deleting this, placing this below, and we'll be targeting previous day high, which was what I was pretty much targeting in the morning as well. Yeah, a bit unfortunate that we just got stopped out here, but let's see. Let's just hope that this time around it works. And I will manage these and bring you back. A little update here. Not much has happened. We've moved back up in gold to the entry point of the second entry. So hopefully we just do another leg up here and it'll be done. Had a bit of a retrace in both the SPX and DAX longs, but we're now going back up in the right direction. So let's see if we can end the day strong. It's been a very complicated day and complicated few days, but just have to stick to our system and you will see results sooner or later. I'll stay patient here. I do not have any other entries. Let me just check here, but yep. We've done all the entries that I had planned and I'm not going to do any other entries. So we'll just be looking to hit targets here or get stopped out. So I'll observe price action and bring you back. So we are going for it here in the DAX finally, but still some ways to go, of course. Would need to actually close above London session for me to be fully confident. that will reach target, but it's not that far away. So we're 20 points off. And I was looking at the Dow here. We're getting to that area where I was expecting to take a swing short, but this looks strong. And I was actually thinking of going long here, but at the trend line that I drew, but I'm already long in the DAX and the SPX and 2 longs in gold that I thought, this not being a planned entry, I shouldn't really take it. So looking at this trend line here, maybe I should go to the 15-minute. I think as long as we're above this, the gold trade is looking good. And hopefully we just make the final push now, because we're not far off at all. So like 3.5 points. So yeah, hopefully we make a good run for it here. I'd be happy to hit this in gold and this in the DAX. The SPX looks a bit undecided, but we'll see. I'll manage these positions and we'll bring you back. I'm gonna hang around for like an hour more. And if we don't have a resolution until then, I'll show you tomorrow. And our patience was finally rewarded here in gold. So we actually did win on an add-on. It's probably going to actually touch the upper side of the channel, but this was a nice win. Some $170 in total. Well executed, and finally we can see the power of a plan and patience and everything coming together. Add-ons and multiple entries. We won in the short this morning and in the afternoon, so that was nice on both entries. And now we can focus on managing the other trades, which are in profit as we speak. Turning back to the live P&L. Well, let's hope we get a few more take profits today to end strong. And, you know, validate this type of trading and hopefully show you guys that by sticking to your guns and to your strategies and not getting frustrated, not changing your approach when things don't work out, that in the long run you do win. So I'm hoping to show you a few more take profits today. And yeah, I'll pause you and bring you back. And after being a bit more patient, we have hit TP in the DAX as well. So a nice run here, finally, I could add. Price respecting these trend lines, but I'm gonna call it a day. We'll let this run. Now the target here is just above previous day high, but I think it's safe to let it run here. If it turns completely, I'm losing $48. Regardless, it's been a nice day, or a nice end to the day, because it's been quite a difficult day. But hopefully, as I've said earlier, this shows that you don't need to really go on tilt or change things up or try new strategies. Just stick to your plan, execute, manage your positions, of course, but don't rush into closing things early. Add to your winning trades when you think price is going to continue in your direction. So, for example, look at gold here. We could have added here as well, but obviously I had already hit TP in both. So, but it's easy to get discouraged when things don't work your way, or when you're unlucky with, getting stopped out to the tick, and then price goes in your direction. But if you go on tilt and raise the size of your trades and add to your losers, or immediately go back in after you're stopped out, in time you will lose and you'll blow your account away. So hopefully this session is a nice example of how things can turn in your direction if you stay patient and keep executing your plan, and understand that every trade that you place is part of a larger pool of trades that have an edge. And if you are convinced that you have an edge, and you've researched your edge and you understand your edge, then there's no reason to do silly things. So just carry on, don't let losses get to you, and keep executing, and things will go your way eventually. So with that in mind, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. I am trying to post daily, show you how to pass a challenge account by using mechanical entries, research strategies, good risk management. I explain every trade, so if you like that, please subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. As always, please understand that this isn't financial advice, and this is me journaling my personal entries and sharing my thoughts and ideas with everyone for informational purposes only. Thank you, and I will see you tomorrow for the morning session.